earlier today that um, I have a lot to learn. I still have a lot of character traits. I would say that I catch myself, you know, sometimes I will give a great example. Sometimes in the beginning, when I was when this pandemic started, right? Um, we were all told to wear a mask, and we all took precautions, and everybody, most of us, wear a mask. And when I would go to the supermarket or I would go to certain places, hey everybody, we are back. We're back here another day. Obviously, another video, and crazy here and all, quarantining and kind of pretty much already. I feel that I'm ready to go back out there. But yeah, we're still figuring out the new orders and when is everything gonna go back to place. And quick story, I'm laughing to myself because New York City here, we're obviously they don't want us in the beaches. They don't want us obviously at the gyms. No barber shops, no gatherings. Um, what else? No schools, right? Meanwhile, uh, you still have to pay your meter. Food for thought, guys. I don't know. You want people to go out there and pay meters when most people are not even going out. So, food for thought, New York City, transportation, or Department of Transportation, DOT. Yeah. So here we are, and I don't know. I just been away for a couple of days and just really regrouping myself. And I think we all need that. We all need those moments where we just want to just regroup. I would say halftime, right? Sit down and figure out um, if anything can be figured out, but just be with yourself and um, really focusing on other things and trying to stay, I say, positive in light of all these things that are going on around us, and seeing a lot of sad news and so much heartbreak, right? Um, it's important for us, I think, to have gratitude, and as I practice that, I always remember that's a lot of us that are kind of feeling that way. Just being grateful that at the end of the day we are a lot better than a lot of individuals, and could be in situations where there is no hope or no I would say they say lucky breaks, right? And I always feel that our beliefs are probably one of the most important things, and coming up from being raised in obviously urban here in New York City and low income neighborhood. Obviously, our beliefs sometimes are what hold us back, and really remembering that um, we're not what we came from, right? We are only this moment, and kind of we can make ourselves and rewrite our story and rewrite ourselves and carry ourselves as much as we feel. I would say as naturally as who we are. Not trying to be something else that we're not, but at the same time, from the experience that we had, from the all the knowledge that we've gained throughout our journey, and we continue to gain, um, being able to either pay it forward or, for me, I feel like I feel like everything here is for us to help. Everybody has to help each other. We all here in the same, I would say, the same bubble of the world, and what else is there but to help as much as we can, if we can, obviously, each other. And in these times, obviously, pandemic and everything, it's showing, right? A lot of lending hands, a lot of great gestures, a lot of community, a lot of I would say gathering as far as supporting each other, and everybody's here to uplift each other, and I've seen that a lot, and it's giving me hope and faith that everything that I've been kind of practicing and trying to I would say share is here. Sometimes we don't talk about it, we don't really share it. I think it's harder for us to talk about positivity than it is to talk about the negative stuff. Right? It's very easy to get caught up into the negative, even for myself, to what's going on with this person, judging, always constantly judgmental, right? Very easy for that, but it's obviously the opposite to be the looking for the good stuff or looking for the good things in every situation. And that comes from me as well. I'm still learning that. I'm still practicing it. And I think obviously we are in a moment now where, you know, we're being told to follow certain protocols. And I realized earlier today that I have a lot to learn. I still have a lot of character traits. I would say that I catch myself, you know, sometimes I will give a great example. Sometimes in the beginning when this pandemic started, right? Um, we were all told to wear a mask, and we all took precautions, and most of us wear a mask. And when I would go to the supermarket or I would go to certain places, some people were not wearing a mask. And at that moment, I was very judgmental in the sense that I felt that, why is this individual not wearing a mask? Why is he or her risking the lives of others around them, right? And this was the beginning of the pandemic. And now I'm one of those people. Obviously, I wear it forced when I have to wear it. Obviously, in when I go shopping in enclosed areas, I wear it, right. But when I'm outside, I feel like I want to get some fresh air, especially now the weather's beautiful. I feel like it always rejuvenates sunlight. It gives me new life. Just it really does help my mood, and breathing in some fresh air, going for a brisk walk. The mask doesn't let me do that. So if I'm not around anybody else, I do not wear the mask. I kind of lower it here, and I used to see that people doing that before, and I used to be very judgmental of that. And now I'm the one that's doing that. And now I can imagine how everybody else is judging me now for not doing that. And I feel that this is just going to cause more judgmental, I would say, practices from each other, because we're constantly judging each other. We judge ourselves, right? And now with these mask situations where we have to wear, we don't have to wear, or when, where, how, there's so many pros and cons. For every positive that you hear about these masks, you also hear a con about it, and I don't think anybody really knows, to be honest, what it really, you know, the normal person, I don't think understands what it does, what it doesn't do. For the most part, doctors explain that it doesn't really help unless you're in a closed area. But at the same time, other people say you have to wear it at all times. It could be in the air. All these different, I would say, answers. And the same can be said for anything in our part of our lives and everybody else that has their own ways of doing things. We're constantly being judged, and there's constantly right and wrong. And I think we always try to help. I think it comes from the best interest of each other, right? But at the same time, we do catch ourselves being judgmental, and I know myself. It is a trait that we all have. It's something that I think we can work on, good practice, and that I something that I think, I don't know, for me maybe my upbringing was that I was around that, and I guess it's kind of my inner voice sometimes, and I catch myself doing that, and then you ask yourself a question like who are we to even impose things on other people, right? We don't know where they came from, what they did, what their beliefs are, and that all that all kind of hits this main point where everybody has their own beliefs. Whether it is good for all of us or detrimental to all of us, we don't really know. And yet, we walk around with our hardcore beliefs that this is the way to do things, and all the way. So I know for me, I had that road where I felt that my way or the highway situation, and you did things a certain way, and you felt that was the best way, and there was no other way. As I'm getting older, I'm realizing that having that mindset that you can be a little more malleable, more able to bend to contrary beliefs that are yours, right? I think gives you more of a wide spectrum, a wide perspective of the world, and I think an easier way to live amongst each other. Uh, you know, here in New York City, our neighbors, everybody has their own way of being a neighbor. I don't think there's right or wrong way, but everybody keeps to themselves and nobody bothers nobody, and that's pretty much their way of being. And sometimes you're like, okay, you wanna be more neighboring, but hey, what's to say what's the right and what's the wrong way? So if you take it away today from this video is all these things that are going on, all these pandemic, all these things that are going on, we really don't know. I don't think any of us know what it really is, what's happening, why it's happening. But the best approach, I think, to any situation in life, anything, and that includes a pandemic and all that stuff, is keeping an open mind. So as I practice that, I think we should all have our open minds to any possibilities out there of what we believe in, or what it is that's happening, of how we go move upon in life, how we take action. Maybe we might want to open our minds or open our ideas to other ideas, and not just have one set of ideas or rules for living your life. And again, we're constantly growing, constantly changing. Obviously, as I said in my channel here before, the books that I kind of skimmed through, especially now with the pandemic, we're constantly growing. Right now, we're in a growth process. Even being at home, we're growth process. We're learning about ourselves a lot more. Your hair is growing, your beard is growing. We're growing. We're constantly growing. We're never the same. So I hope everybody stays safe. And thank you for listening to my little ramble here. And I'll see you tomorrow. Once again, stay safe, stay positive, and take care.